What's going on, guys? It's Fun Guy here. We got a new review today, so we're just going to jump right into it. This episode of The Flash, Attack on Gorilla City Part 2, or they should have called it Attack on Central City. It was epic! Where should I start? There's so many parts to this episode. I guess we should start with the fact that HR was decorating the speed lab for Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day was like 2 weeks ago. So why are you decorating the speed lab now for Valentine's Day? When you could have did that when we took a break from the Flash, you could have decorated the speed lab to look like Valentine's Day. But no, you wait until yesterday. But there's probably a role on Earth 19 where February 28th is Valentine's Day instead of February 14th. And they call it Friends Day. So there's probably a differentiation there. I'm glad we got to see Harrison Wells. I can't think of the guy's name right now, but we got to see him play HR and Harrison Wells within the same episode, and they were face to face and talking to each other, which I thought was very cool. It was very cool to me how cool Harry was with letting Jesse stay on Earth 1. Now that whole deal about him being sick or whatever, I'm not sure how true that is. I guess we'll find out later on in a few episodes down the line if HR is really sick or if he was just saying that to get Jesse to come back with him to Earth 1. Guys, we got Gypsy back. Gypsy is here. Gypsy will return other than these last few episodes we've seen. So it turns out the only reason that Gypsy was abducted by Grodd is that she was on Earth 2 catching a fugitive. I'm glad they tied that together. I love when they tie together loose ends. I'm glad they explained to us how Grodd got a hold of Gypsy and things like that. I'm glad they explained that to us. But all in all, guys, I think this episode mainly focused on Jelly and Joe. Jelly and Joe. And maybe a little bit of HR and Harrison Wells. We got Jelly finally coming together because Wally's like, oh, it looks like we need to find you a new place. And Jesse's like, oh no, not you, us. And I was like, oh, Wally and Jesse finna live together already on Earth 1. Oh, they're gonna get married. But guys, if I am jumping around in parts of the episode, and there are parts of the episode that I miss and don't talk about, let me know in the comments down below. So I was doing some thinking, and there are some things I want to put into sequence for you guys. But first, I want to talk about the nuclear launch that Grodd decided to put out on the city. Grodd decided he would take over a general and somehow try and get some nuclear missiles to launch upon the city so he could start a war. That would kill like thousands of millions of people. Come on, Grodd. But then Barry was like, oh God, I gotta figure out every possible combination. I gotta type it in the keypad. But we gotta figure out something else because this isn't working. But eventually I figured out the keypad. I figured out the kill code for the nuclear codes. But then Grodd was like, oh no you don't. You can't stop all of us at once. I thought honestly that Joe was going to die. I thought he was going to be killed on this episode. So that brings me to one of the events that I want to tie together for you guys. Maybe the headline that said Joe West is honored at City Hall for something. Maybe he's being honored because he got killed in some way or something like that. Or maybe this was the reason he was going to be honored was because Grodd maybe killed him and he was going to be honored, maybe, and that would have led to the city recovering from the gorilla attack. So it looks like they changed two events at once, but I'm still not sure. We're still going to figure it out. Now I want to talk about the fight between Grodd and Sullivan. So apparently Raleigh and Jesse were running around and speed punching all the gorillas and was like, okay, we're just going to fight them off until Gypsy and freaking Vibe shows up. Just in the nick of time, Gypsy and Vibe both show up and a huge breach is behind them. Like, why are they leaving the breach open? For Sullivan to come through it, of course. That was a big surprise. We got to see Sullivan. I thought he was unconscious, but Sullivan came back and the battle began. So we got to see two super smart gorillas battle up against each other, and Sullivan was just owning Grodd throughout the entire time. Grodd was like, I will beat you, you will fall again. He's talking all that mess. Come on, Grodd. Sullivan was totally owning you, man. And at the end of that fight, Sullivan was about to kill Grodd when Flash came in with another inspirational speech and was like, show him mercy. So now it turns out that Grodd is in Argus locked up with King Shark. Will we get a King Shark versus Grodd episode somewhere down the line? I'm really excited that we got to see Accelerator Man in this episode. Accelerated Man. I'm not sure what he's called. Finally, guys, the main event. Savitar is back. I'm not really sure how he came back, but Savitar's back. So Wally is apparently running and he's running and he's running a Big Belly Burger because Jesse was like, you know what I could go for? And Wally was like, oh yeah. But it turns out she just wanted Big Belly Burger. So he was running, and then he sees Solivar. He sees Savitar. And Savitar is apparently messing with him now. That's all I have to say in this video, guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with all your Gorilla Grodd friends. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for all things superhero related on this channel. As always, I am It's Fun Guy. I'll catch you on the flip side.